Hey everybody, welcome to a very special video. Today, we're going to be going through the previous 365 days of the channel's growth, progression, and see how far we've come. But before we get into any of that, I just want to say a very big thank you from the bottom of my heart. Seeing you guys tuning in every single week has been very special for me, and I hope to see you all in the new year. So let's get to some numbers. That's what we're all here for, right? To give you the SparkNotes version, over the past year, we've had over 310,000 views on the channel. A pretty staggering number. I don't know 310,000 of anything. We've also managed to gain 3,780 subscribers, which, again, when I first started this channel, I couldn't have ever dreamed of having that many people watching. I made these videos for fun. I started this channel because I love Minecraft. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I have been playing Minecraft since I was 11 years old, and I absolutely adore the idea of making content that people can actually enjoy and watch. I watch a lot of content myself. In fact, it's probably the thing that I spend most of my time on, other than playing GregTech these days. And I've always wanted to have my own community and make videos that I could be proud of. And they certainly didn't start out that way. I am not happy with how the first episode of the GregTech series ended up. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I've got a brand new series coming today, the GregTech Community Edition pack for Minecraft 1.12. But by the end of it, I refined my editing style enough to where I could say that I'm passably happy with it. Hey everybody, welcome to what is hopefully the final episode of our GregTech Community Pack series. And the Star Technology series is pretty much a continuation of that. I feel like my editing has been getting faster and better. I've been enjoying the process more, and I've been able to add in things that I, didn't think that I could add in and learn. And now with the Factorio series that I've been making as well, and the sort of tutorials that I plan on making in the future, again, it's stressing my editing knowledge, but there's only one way to get better, and that's by trying. But I think we should take a little more of an in-depth look at where things started. The first episode of the GregTech series, Steam Age Starter. Now, when I first published this, it took me about 4-5 hours of raw gameplay footage, which I then cut down into around 8 minutes of usable footage. I then narrated over the top of it, and a total of 7 people saw that video in the first 24 hours, and I am pretty sure at least 3 of them are my friends. So thanks guys for carrying almost 50% of the views in the first 24 hours. But it didn't take long for people to start noticing the playthrough. Fast forward a little bit in the playthrough to episode 5, which is AE2 and EBF Part 2. Now, it might not seem like much, but in the first 24 hours, 16 people saw this video. It was over double by that point. And a little bit later, I think about 5-6 weeks later, episode 8 came out, We Have the Power, where we were up to 82 people watching in the first 24 hours. Already something that was really exciting for me to see. I was having a very good time at this point. And then after a little hiccup and some family issues, the finale of the series dropped to 950 people seeing it in the first 24 hours, which was exhilarating. I was so happy to see that. Thinking about back at the start of the series, in just 15 episodes, we'd gone from 7 people to 946. And the community was certainly growing. And then finishing off the GregTech series, the first episode, which in most Let's Plays is the most viewed video, at the current time of recording has over 12,000 views, which is insane to me. I cannot believe that that video is one of the ones that people see the most on my channel. And then after that GregTech series had concluded, I'd received a lot of viewer suggestions, and I posted a poll in the community page where you all voted for me to play Star Technology, a mod I had never heard of until I was browsing the GregTech Discord, saw a pack advertisement for Star Technology Lite, went to look at the original mod pack, posted it, and you guys voted for it. And what a journey that has been so far. From basically being the first person to create a series on Star Technology, to being part of such an active community in the Discord and inspiring so many people's bases. The amount of circular hubs and straight line bases I've seen in those screenshots makes me so happy. I love seeing what you guys do with the ideas that I can create, and I hope that that never stops. And now for some numbers. So that first video, GregTech and Create, Star Technology. In the first 24 hours of that video, which was only uploaded 2 weeks after the finale of the GregTech Community Pack series, we were already at 1,435 viewers. In just the first 24 hours, that was insane. That was more than the subscribers I had at that point. And that growth was very consistent over the first few episodes of the series. Building the best base was at 1,438 views. And I have to say that I am still very happy with how that base has turned out. While it's not the nicest, it's certainly one that does its function well, the color schemes are nice, and seeing the amount of people it inspired just warms my heart. Keep building and keep doing what you do best. And from there, videos have just continued to grow, and there's been so many comments and so many viewers stopping by just to check out my stuff. And it just makes me so happy to see that I'm able to inspire so many people, and so many people want to come and see my stuff. By episode 3, we were already at 1,600 people in the first 24 hours. And the video of this series of Star Technology that ended up with the most amount of views in the first 24 hours was episode 13, Building My Dream Storage Solution, which, if you haven't seen, is where I build the periodic table in Minecraft and store all of my pure ores in it. That received 4,500 views in the first 24 hours, which is insane. That is more people than the subscribers of this channel. And it is my dream storage. I've always wanted to do that, and I have seen so many people say that what a great idea. I love it. But I have to admit to something. It wasn't my original idea. I actually saw somebody doing a very similar idea on the Technological Journey Discord, and I thought, what an idea. Absolutely amazing, and I did it in GregTech, and I do not regret it. It is still something that I look at daily. And finally, we come to the new series and pattern of content that has been uploaded to this channel recently, and that's the Factorio stuff, which is certainly a departure from my normal style of editing. I've been playing Factorio for many, many years. As I've said previously, I have around 2,000 hours, and I've completed many, many bases. And with the new update to Space Age, I thought it was finally time that I dip my toes in making Factorio content. And while it's certainly not as popular on my channel as the GregTech stuff, I'm still happy that so many people are checking it out. The most recent Space Age tutorial on space platforms, which I'm pretty happy with, all things considered, has around 3,000 views at the time of recording, which it's not the best, but it's more than I could have ever asked for, and I'm so happy that people are checking it out and giving me a chance. And now, for 2025. What's next for the channel? Where am I going to go from here? Well, I'm going to finish Star Technology, and I'm going to make the Stargate. That's the first thing on the to-do list for 2025. I'm not going to be able to get it done before the end of this year, but I'm looking forward to the challenge and finally being able to call myself a master of GregTech. I'm also going to create more tutorials for Factorio. I have one in the works on how to survive Vulcanus as your first planet after Nauvis. So for those looking forward to the Factorio series, that's still going to keep going. But the really exciting stuff is yet to come. While I have not picked the mod pack for the next series, you can bet that it's down to you guys on what I'm going to play. I've received a lot of suggestions from Money Factory, which is still in beta, so I may hold off on that, to GregTech New Horizons, which is a daunting mod pack to even think about tackling, and will need to have another series alongside it, otherwise you'll just not see enough of me, to things like Terra Firma Greg and some other Sky Pack factories. But I haven't decided yet, and I will probably have a poll in the future. As well as that, I intend on opening up channel memberships this year. I post each video around a week early, just so I can have a buffer, and I think what'd be cool is if I opened up channel memberships and you guys got to see those videos earlier. I also intend on doing a lot more live streaming, so that you guys can continue to interact with me, because that is the most fun I get to have. I come back from work on a Thursday night, I hop in the shower, and I hop straight on stream. And it is so enjoyable. Having all of you guys coming in and live chatting, it's just a level of interaction I never thought possible. And as well, there's going to be a Discord. I'm still working out the logistics of that, and it will probably be launched at the same time as channel memberships. So we can all have a community hub dedicated to questions, suggestions, build ideas, the works, you name it. I love engaging with you guys and the comments, because I just think the comments aren't enough. The conversation's very unilateral. It's a bit one-sided, if you will. But not for long. Once the new year rolls around, there's going to be so much more on this channel for you guys to see. And I hope to see you there. I'm so excited for 2025. I couldn't do this without you guys watching and tuning in, so I hope you're just as excited as I am. And thank you all again for being such an engaging and welcoming community. Every single video I upload, there's people saying, wow, thank you this, thank you that. There's also people correcting me, telling me that I'm really bad at this game, and I appreciate all of it. I love knowing that there's people out there who are willing to share their knowledge so we can all learn from each other. Thank you all for coming along for this brief little retrospective. I hope you enjoyed just getting a little bit of the insider scoop on what goes on behind the scenes and what I look at. And I hope you're excited for 2025. I certainly am. And if you're really, really excited, then you know what to do. It feels weird asking it every single time, but it works. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.